If you're looking for a way to level up in life, then this is the video for you. Because today we're going to talk about the two different ways of thinking. We're going to talk about how to use that to your advantage. And I'm also going to share with you a very special gift at the end of this video, so make sure you watch till the end. There are two ways of thinking. One is called System 1 thinking, the other one is called System 2 thinking. In order to understand these two different ways of thinking, let me ask you a question. What is the capital of France? Now, if you know the answer to this question, which is Paris, then you probably didn't even have to think about it, right? You just knew the answer. That is System 1 thinking. It's fast, it's intuitive, it's automatic, it's effortless, and it's emotional. Basically, it's your gut feeling. System 2 thinking, on the other hand, is slow, it's deliberate, it's rational, it's logical, it's effortful, and it's unemotional. For example, if I were to ask you, do you believe that the earth is round or flat? You would probably go into a deep thinking mode, start analyzing all the pros and cons, trying to figure out which one makes more sense, trying to come up with some sort of logical explanation as to why it is the way that it is. You'd probably go through all of these different thoughts, and eventually you will arrive at a conclusion. That is System 2 thinking. Now here's the million-dollar question. Which one of these two systems should you use if you want to level up in life? Well, the answer might surprise you because it's not System 2. There is a common misconception that in order to be successful, you need to be logical, rational, and unemotional. But the truth is that's only half true. Yes, you do need to be logical and rational. But you also need to be intuitive and emotional, because here's the thing. System 1 thinking is much faster than System 2 thinking. And in today's world, where everything is fast-paced, where decisions are being made at lightning speed, being able to think fast is a superpower. You see, in the past, people used to take years to make big decisions, but nowadays, big decisions are being made in real time. For example, if you're an investor, you do want to have time to sit around and think about whether or not you should buy a stock. You have to be able to make that decision in a split second. Or if you're a business owner, you don't have time to sit around and think about whether or not you should fire somebody. You have to be able to make that decision in a split second. So if you want to level up in life, you need to learn how to think fast. But how do you do that? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is make System 1 thinking more dominant. There's a very interesting book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. In this book, he talks about how you can make System 1 thinking more dominant, and he gives a bunch of practical tips that you can use to do this. In fact, I've applied these tips to my own life, and it's made me a much faster and more intuitive thinker. And that SYI said at the beginning of this video that there is a gift at the end. The gift is that I want to give you a summary of this book. If you want to learn how to think fast, then download the summary of this book. It's completely free.